Thank you, Jesus. Okay, please, I forgot. I completely forgot. Let's just say a word of prayer before it comes quickly. Father, we thank you. We give you all the glory. Thank you for keeping us and sparing us till this day. Thank you for yesterday's session. So powerful, so wonderful it was. Thank you for using your servants, using your son, using our facilitator for us. Let your name be glorified in the name of Jesus. Daddy Lord, even as he goes again deeper today, we ask that through him you teach us what we need to know and help us to also hear. The Bible said it's not only just the hearer that is blessed, but the doer of the word. Help us to be able to give ourselves to practicing everything we are going to learn today and all we are going to learn during the course of this boot camp in the name of Jesus. Thank you, blessed Redeemer, for in Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen. Amen. Divine, Mr. Divine, are you on the call already? Okay, yes, he's on the call already. We are welcome, sir. We are welcome, sir. We are so happy to have you. We are so happy to have you. We are delighted to have you, sir. Thank you very much for the teachings yesterday. We are grateful. It was so deep. I was hearing some terms that, well, give us more today. May the Lord help us in Jesus' name. So over to you, sir. Over to you, Mr. Divine. Voice of Zion. Voice of Zion. Are you with us, sir?
Sorry. Good evening,
Yeah,
everyone.
over to you, sir. Over to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this wonderful time again. Thank you very much for those of us that are just joining us. And what I mean, if you are not here yesterday, you are highly welcome. And thank you, my boss, for this privilege once again. I pray that God will help us in the name of Jesus. So quickly, first of all, we'll be doing some practical. But let me finish where we stopped yesterday. Let me finish where we stopped yesterday. Then we'll be doing some practical. Maybe we can just design a flyer. I don't know if that is okay. We'll
It
just
is,
do a
sir.
sharp.
Please, sir. Please, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we'll just design. We'll just design a simple flyer with that is not that hard. So go with pause. Let me just complete where we stopped yesterday. Let me just do a quick recap so fast. So yesterday we talked about graphic design. We talk about design itself. We talk about graphics. What graphics mean? We talk about in general. Then graphic design. We talk about the skill of arranging visual elements and stuff. So I believe there is a record part that if you are not here yesterday, you can get the record. So today we continue the second principles, the fundamental of graphic design, fundamental of graphic design. So the second one is principle of design. Again, so principle of design, how you arrange those elements. So there are some elements yesterday we mentioned, which were align shape, color, texture, space, and size. So the principles now is how to arrange those elements. So we stopped at contrast yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Under the second one, principles of design, we stop at contrast. So I'll be so fast to get into the practical aspect. So today, the third one here is alignment. Alignment. Alignment is leaning things up so it look intentional, not messy. So alignment is how you arrange your things. Alignment is how you arrange your things. There is a way that you will do a design that you will make it easy for people to read, for people to understand, for people to get to know that this person is not just designing, but he knows what he's doing. Because there are some people that okay, they will just do design just for how will I put it? They are just doing it. There is no any sign there that what they are doing is good, or you get. So let there be alignment in whatever thing you are designing. Let there be alignment. Alignment is practically the way you structure and arrange your text. It applies both in text, both in images, and both in um what am I shapes, yeah, everything. So I'll be showing some example with what I'm saying with some flyers that you get to understand um well. So the fourth thing is repetition. Repetition simply mean repeating colors, font, shape for consistency. So there is a place whereby you can repeat what you are doing. Yeah, in terms of designing, it does not make your creativity less. It does not make your it's just a way of keeping consistency. You get. So it's a good thing if you know how to maintain um repetition, but it should not be too much. Most especially if you are working with a brand. Okay, let me set an example with okay, maybe if we dive in into let me say branding, we get to understand more the use of repetition. But for flyer design, it simply means repeating a particular pattern. So when you are designing a flyer, your text and font style should not be, let me say, maximum it should be just highest three font style in your flyer design. It should not be too much. So you are allowed to repeat a particular kind of font. You get, so far it works well with the brand. How do you know that a font works well with a brand? There is a feeling it carries. There's a feeling it carries. So let's see something. Just give me a minute. I want to show us something. Just a minute. Let me connect this thing. Let me share my screen so that we see some kind of fun. Let's be doing it practically. I want to share my screen now. Just give me a minute. So, under the repetition is how to arrange your color and font and shape. It also has to do with shape. Yeah. So, okay. I'm getting there.
Yeah, sorry for the study. I think he's trying to set up his system. So please just forgive that. Forgive that. Is our facilitator is trying to set up his system. I just got his message. So he's working on setting up the system so he can share his screen and we can see what he's saying. Welcome back, sir.
Okay, I'm so sorry for that. I'm trying to set up. I'll soon share my screen. I'll share my screen soon. So just give me some minutes. Even as we continue. Okay, we're talking about repetition. So the next thing is hierarchy. So I believe most of us we have heard about hierarchy. So it's not a big English. Hierarchy simply means the way you make hierarchy is direct is the work of the designer to direct people's eyes, what they see first, how they relate with your design. You get how they relate with your design. It is the work of the designer to what? To direct the eyes of the viewers. So if you design and there is no hierarchy means what people need to see, guiding the eyes to what's most important. So it has to do with what is more important in what you are trying to say. You get what is more important in all the things you are trying to say or what you are trying to communicate. There is a particular thing that is more important. So hierarchy helps you to, make that easy to arrange it so that what people understand what you are saying, so that people understand what you are communicating, and so that they can be able what to read, so that they can be able to read without stress. Yes, without stress. So it's not a good thing that you made a design and let's say people are trying to they are trying to read but they cannot get to understand what you are saying at the first time or first glance. You get, so it's very bad. So you need to what maintain hierarchy. Then the last thing is proximity, grouping related items together. So when you are designing, let there be proximity. If in terms of you want to arrange some kind of or let me say you want to arrange some things, you need to group. There's a part whereby you need to group them. You don't just design and keep things anyhow. Like okay, let's say you put dirt here, and let me say something. When you are designing, when you have to, there are some particular things that must be down. They are not allowed to be up. You get, they are not allowed to be up. Let's say like date, venue. You cannot design a flyer and the first thing at the top you went and put venue. Then the what the flyer is meant for. Let's say what the program is meant for. You now come and write the topic or the theme at the down. Is very easy. I've not seen that kind of a flyer. So I believe there is a pattern, and that is what we are talking about now. So let there be a way you arrange it. You get, so um that is that for um the second principles of design. I believe with practical you get to understand more. So um visual, my orga, I don't know if you can give me for like because I'm trying to set up here, if you can take over even as I set up with my system.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So I don't know. Let me call a name. Adaora, did you get anything our facilitator said so far? At least, even if I know he did well to catch us up on what was taught yesterday, but did you get anything, ma? I'm sorry, I'm calling names. Just I'm a teacher, so permit me to call our names as long as I can see the names. I will call them. Adaora, no, not this one is not chat. This one is not chat, ma. This one is not chat. Just I want to know if you got one or two things. Then just tell us what you got. And he was speaking about aspects. I will call it aspect of graphics design, or okay, let me know his aspect. I will call it fundamentals of graphics design. Yeah, the word is fundamentals of graphics design. He gave about 3 years today, and I think he has added two more to it today. So what have you learned so far about which of those fundamentals have you picked up?
Okay, so good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Hello. Okay. So right. So if there's one thing I've grabbed so far is what he said about the text arrangement on a flyer, right?
Mm.
And basically the one thing about it is just the positioning of the text, like how he said date, venue, time, things like that are not to be at the top but are supposed to be at the bottom. And the title, let's see, the title basically, those kind of things are supposed to be at the top. And then he mentioned something about specific fonts that go with different flyers. So you can't use a bold font for something that's supposed to be calm and peaceful. And you can't use a cursive font for something that's supposed to be impactful and things like that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. So he made a you're welcome, Rufus. He gave a word to that. He gave a word to that. I don't know if anyone caught the word he gave for that fundamental of graphics design. I think last week I said last week. Yesterday he mentioned contrast. He mentioned contrast. I'm trying to remember if he mentioned something around compositioning also. But don't let me bring in cinematography. That's what is all over my head currently. But he mentioned contrast. He, I want to be sure if he mentioned something about perspective. But when he thought about contrast, he made us understand that it's just ensuring there's differences. If my design is just looking all yellow or my design is just looking all white, it's not telling something. It's not really telling anything. Or all over my design are just tiny fonts, right? So he gave us and he gave us some examples on contrast, which is like having a bold font and a tiny font, having red contrasting with blue, having yellow contrasting with orange. Just so contrast is one of the fundamental of graphics design also. So he mentions, I'm trying to wrap my head around that word. He mentioned it, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if anyone remember what he said, the first fundamental he mentioned for today. Mr. Busayo, sir, Mr. Monday, um, I just Deborah, anybody, any other person, he's trying to set up a system so we can see. He's not just telling, so he can show also. Really apologize on that. What he was involved in took him away, so he wasn't able to set up in time. And I sincerely apologize for that. Mr. Monday, sir, what have you gotten from today so far, sir? Mr. Monday, and my people still with me. Deborah, hmm, Deborah is no longer on this call. Busayo, I believe that's a guy. Paul, Busayo Paul.
Sir,
Anything for
good
us, sir?
evening.
Yeah, I heard the voice of a female. Okay. All right. Anything for us? What have you learned so far from what he has spoken about?
You talked us about repetition. That's repetition of colors.
Great, great. Repetition
Of colors. It should not be too
of
much.
okay, so he mentioned repetition as another fundamental or principle of graphics design. Yeah, principle is
Yes.
another good word that can be used for a principle. So repetition. Yeah, repetition is necessary for laying emphasis, but should not be too much. It's a very important principle in graphic design, but it's something that cannot be flogged, right? You cannot just see a designer and you are seeing one particular thing over and over and over and over and over. As much as it's trying to lay emphasis, repetition is for the purpose of laying emphasis. But at the same time, you are correct on his saying it must not be what must not be too much. Mr. Monday, sir, I'm so happy we are at least we are picking something up. We are not only picking we are not only picking we are learning it in detail. So I'm really grateful for that. You're welcome back, Deborah. You're welcome back. Welcome back, sir. Are we set, sir? Mr. Divine, sir, are we good to go, sir?
Okay, yeah, we are
Okay,
good to
thank
go.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what you have here. Okay. Guys, okay. Can you see my screen?
We are not yet seeing, sir. We are not yet seeing your screen, sir.
Okay, okay. Can you see now?
Yes, 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 sir. We can see your screen now, sir.
Is it visible now?
Very visible, sir. Very visible.
Oh, okay. So now let's go to I showed I was trying to show you about the kind of font that works. So there is a platform we normally use for. Let me start with that because some of us we don't know where to download our phone. So there are many websites that you can download your phone. And sorry, we have Da font. So let's search for that one. Dafont.com. Dafont.com. So that is the name. See it here, Dafont. This one. So once you enter, this is how it looks like. This is it here. So once you enter this, the interface, this is how it looks. So you can get your font here depending on the kind of font you want. So there are fonts that you can only use in some certain
Yeah.
kind of design.
Mr.
So now
Divine,
let's
sir.
start.
So we are very, very sorry, sir. Please indulge us, sir. Can you just in a minute or two or three help us go over all those principles again, just one after
Okay,
the other, so that people can note them.
okay, okay,
Thank you, sir. From yesterday into the one you started today. Thank you very much, sir.
okay, no problem. So the first thing I said yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, let me go back to my notepad. Sorry. Um, okay, we talked about line, we talk about shape, we talk about color, and texture, space, and size. So line is we have the straight, curve, thick, time, and you get. So when you are using line, that is the first fundamental of design, which has to do with elements of design, the building blocks. These are things that you cannot do without. In fact, without them, there is no design. You get. So those things they are the basics of design, which we have line, shape, color, texture, and space. So I might not be able to say exactly what I said yesterday because every day comes with these words. So line has to do with straight, curve, thick line. So I remember mentioning something that when you use thick line and a tiny line, the first thing people will notice is the thick one. That means you just communicate something. And I say so, another thing that this first element, it every one of them has to do with a this balance here. It applies to every rule on the first fundamental. Yes, it aligns. It even hierarchy. It aligns. It has to do with everything with the first one. So if you are using line and all the line are tiny, 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 it will be hard for people to notice what you are saying, what you are trying to communicate. What is the first thing? What is the first priority? So when you are using a thick line, it has to communicate something. You get. So and I make example with U-turn, like our traffic light. When we are in school, they taught us our traffic light sign and symbol. So
if you are traveling, you will see an arrow, a bent arrow, a curved arrow with a point. You get, so that is telling you that you are to turn. But this line they communicate something even without you, without a written word. It communicates something. If you notice those traffic symbols, you will not see any write up, but automatically it has communicates something to your mind that okay, oh, this is the direction. It's just like you visit your principal office. Before you enter, if you check the up, there is a particular sign, an arrow pointing. Maybe you don't know the place, or his office is the last room there. So you will see an arrow pointing there. That is those signs. They, I mean, they are there to what, give you direction. We use them like in terms of line to give you direction without words. You get, so shape, geometric shape. We have geometric shape. We have cycle, squares, and organic freeform. So this geometry, they, I think in physics we learned about different kind of shape. We have yeah, hexagon and many kind of cycle, you get, of different kind of shape. But there is this particular shapes that work for everything. You get, whether you are a logo designer, people that love logo design, there is a principle which is cycle line. It is the only shape that work for everything. You get, is the only shape that works for everything. The phone you are using, some of us will like iPhone. That logo on the iPhone, that Apple was designed with just cycle line. There was no straight line, there was no anything. It's just cycle line they used to design that Apple logo you are seeing there. So that cycle line is more like a priority in terms of shape. They use it a lot. So color has to do with mood. It sets mood. It communicates attention, like it grabs attention rather. It sets mood and grab attention. So there are some kind of color that you are not allowed to combine together when you are trying to communicate something, an idea. Let's say you are designing for a food brand, and you are using let's say you are using pink for a food brand. Automatically you do not just spoil their brand. You are supposed to be arrested for using pink color to design a food brand flyer, because it does not work. Yes. So there are some kind of color that automatically, I see something yesterday with guys. When you see a guy wearing pink color, there is a particular kind of perception that thing used to communicate. Like it will be like, why this guy they do like say the girl? You get, like the color is making him to look like a girl, somebody that used to do. You know, there are guys that they will be doing as if their behavior will look like a girl, as if they wanted to be girl, but maybe by mistake they become boys. So I don't know. So that color, the issue is not the person, but the color he's wearing. You get, so a color can make you to, it can communicate another thing. You get, as and I said something yesterday that somebody created, maybe we have seen the guy, he created an app, a platform called Silo, a platform called Silo. So the man, after creating it, the color he used, people were mistaking the brand as a fashion brand because of the color he used. So people, the first person that ordered something, he ordered it thinking it was a fashion brand, a place where they sell luxuries. He has to rebrand the entire this thing business, changing the color because it is a tech brand. So you have to change the color that relates with tech. So there are some certain color that when you see, it communicates something. The reason why I'm emphasizing on it, because even if you're a good designer, I don't know the theory part of color theory, you have issue a lot. You will have issue a lot. You have issue a lot. So um with that, then we go to texture, how something look like, it feels smooth or rough. I see something, some of us in our houses, we have jama floor. Yes, so jama floor is rough. On the other hand, there are floor that are smooth. Maybe the floor in your room or in your compound is smooth, whereas there are other ones that they are rough. So it's depending on what you want to achieve. Some people use it so that it will not, you know, has to cause any problem to them. And other people is because of this. In the village, people that use rough wall, they used to do it in the back of their house. Sometimes it helps them. to avoid children using black charcoal to write on their wall. So if the floor um is rough, it will be hard for you to understand, like to spoil it. That is for children. So texture is basically, and we have pattern too under texture. Yeah, pattern is, I don't know. Let me show you some things here. Let me show you some things here under pattern. So this is a platform. If you don't know Pinterest, almost every designer use Pinterest. So this is how pattern look like. Once you write pattern, you see them. So what you notice, just like the name, there is a pattern. You don't have to. It might not be. Let me use this one now. It looks so simple. This particular one, if you see it, this particular line where my cursor is, it's just a kind of wavy line. So it's a pattern. It's communicating something. It's communicating something. So if some of us we use carry wise, the guy in charge of that is Obashola, is the graphic designer of Carrywise. The first thing that got them many, let me say, clients and users in their platform is because of the pattern the guy is using to design their flyers, their campaign flyers. There is a particular pattern. Let me show you. Oh, carry wise. I think some of their flyers is here. Okay, so this is a kind of pattern. If you check their design, it might not be clear here, but in every of their design, there is a wavy line on the design. Their design is illustrated. So when you are I'm bit like, I don't know, I'm diverting from those elements to branding. Okay, it has to do with that. Yes. When you are doing branding, there is a pattern that you should never neglect. Most usually when you are starting. If people know you with a particular pattern, you need to stick to that. Unless maybe with time you will begin to change. You get, with time you begin to change. So we need to understand a particular kind of pattern that we're working with. So one of the things I noticed with Obashala, the graphic designer, is that he normally what he did is that he used illustrated icon instead of normal images. Not like other brand, let's say OP, Money Point. He doesn't do that. Most of their design are illustrated. You can see this bridge. I don't know whether it's a bridge or what. You can see it, the club. You can see this Lagos bridge. It was illustrated, not just normal design. You get, so this design, by seeing them, it grabs attention. It's giving take. You get, it's giving the feeling of take. Now let's search for food brand. Whether we'll see a pink color, I don't know. Food. I would have shown you. Can you see? So in these flyers, you will hardly see pink color on a food brand. So these are the kind of color we talk about. If you are, I'm just trying to recap everything. I said if you are working on a food brand, if I've not forgotten, I said lemon or lemon green, sunset yellow, and red. Although I didn't mention red yesterday. So red, lemon green. Most of the food brand flyer, you will see red, yellow, green, lemon green. Because what is communicating nature, nutrient, strength, you get that feeling. So you cannot see pink color. But if you write saloon flyer now, you will definitely see pink color. So those are the things that what we need to what put in mind when we are designing. There is a pattern for everything. You see. So these are the difference that we need to understand. There is every color work for a particular thing. If you use pink color now for a take brand, people might mistake it for a salon brand. Yes, that is just the truth. People might mistake it. Yes, there is some take brand that use pink color, but it depends how you position it. Yes. So maybe you might see gradient color that that make it to work well. That combine the whole stuff to keep the alignment and the balance together. So let's go back to our, I think, the last thing here. Okay, space. So I see something yesterday that space might not necessarily be maybe you just leave the white space there. No, it's not like that. Space, most some people call it white space, other people call it negative space, but space is just a breathing place. Your design does not have to be let's say your design must not have to be full, so chopped. No, 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 no. Your design must not have to be chopped. You have to what, give a breathing space for everything you get. So when you are designing, let there be a space. Let there be a breathing space. So the last thing is size and scale. So size is just what digs draw attention, the eye space. So the bigger it is, the more it grabs attention to yourself. Same thing with color. The more brighter the color, the more it grabs attention. You get. So when you are using bright color, that is, we call them highlight or accent color. Accent color are color that point attention, that point out something. You get. When you are designing, there is the it point out something. I think there is a flyer I designed. Although if I'm to show you, I'll have to log into my Facebook. Sorry, most of my design are on Facebook. So, but there is this particular flyer I designed that I I approached the brand, I pitched myself to them. So I had to do like two examples of design for them. So in that flyer, I had to change the approach. Let me see, from the right top, I have to make sure that I highlight some important things. So how did I highlight it? Because it was the same font, I used color to highlight some important parts. Let's say you want to write let your money grow. Let your money grow. That is the, let's say that is the write up. Let your money grow on a flyer. If you write it let your money grow, it might just look like a normal design, a normal flyer. But let your money grow. That grow, you can highlight that particular part and put is an accent color. Because what? It's position, it's telling somebody, okay, let your money do something. What is that thing? Let that thing be more, let it give that feeling. So you need to add another color to let your money grow. That grow, let's say you are using blue navy background, navy blue background. You can use orange color because navy blue and orange they work hand in hand. So you can use orange color to highlight that group. So when somebody sees your design, automatically his eye will first go to that group. So before you know, he will start reading let your money grow. It's directing to something. So that's how size is. It grab attention. The bigger it is, the more attention it gets. And we talk about balance, how you arrange your things. Your design should not be heavy in one side. No, your design should never be heavy in one side. Some of us will you will do design and let's say your text, your date, your your image are just in one side. Then the left side, who do you leave it for? Are you planning to, maybe do, maybe you want to put another stuff there? No, your design should be balanced. People should not read it and their eyes is in one side. Take them around the design, let them feel your design. And how do you do that is how you position everything with balance. We talk about contrast. My boss has said some, he has already said something about that. Contrast is making things stand out. Dark versus light, big versus small. That is contrast. That's just contrast. Let's say you are using circle, then you are using square. So if the contrast there is that if you are using square and circle, the contrast might not necessarily be noticed if they are one color. You get. So the first thing now you will do for them to notice that the cycle you are trying to communicate is for smooth running, scalability. You need to put a color that will symbolize that. That is, you bring out the contrast. Contrast does not have to be just color. It has to do with shape. It has to do with everything. You get. So the bigger it is the same thing. So with color now, the darker it is, the less attraction it gets. So when you are designing your dark color or those color that does not speak much, they are supposed to be your background. You get. Your background should not be too brighter than the text you are using, depending on what you are working on. You get. So I believe with this we have I'll be able to, yes, I believe I've I've summarized from what I we did yesterday. So I don't know my I believe I can continue with other stuff.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. That was a great recap. So everyone, we are following now. I just needed him to bring everyone together so that we can be on the same page from those that were there yesterday. Thank you very much, sir. God bless.
Okay, okay, sir. So okay, I'm going. Okay, so we'll try something. I don't know if I wanted to explain something, but let's just try something. I don't know if we have a flyer that we can redesign, or should just create something from our imagination. So I
Okay,
have
okay.
something.
Does any my leader, sir, does anybody have any design you have seen somewhere that you might maybe want him to recreate? You can quickly drop it on the group chat. You can quickly drop it while he proceeds. If you have a flyer, you have seen a very nice design, you like him to dissect that design for you, please quickly drop it on the group chat now. Is here and available for us for the next 1 hour to do that. So quickly drop it on the group chat, sir. You can continue, my leader, sir.
Hello, sir. You said
No, I was saying, sir, that if they have a flyer or a design that they've seen somewhere that maybe they want you to just give explanations to, they can drop it on the group chat. I will send it to you so it can be projected, or I can just project it myself also, so that you can just help them dissect. But you can go on with what you are doing, sir. Sir, did you get me, sir?
yes, sir. Yes, I get it.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if we are familiar with. I know most of us we already know Photoshop, of course. So, but there are a lot of there are a lot of kind of, let me see. I use a lot of software, so I don't know. But it's good as a creative to be familiar with many software. Is good. And when you are starting, focus on one. But when you begin to grow, definitely your growth will demand some kind of software. So when I didn't even start with Photoshop. I started with Adobe Illustrator because I love branding, logo design. So that was what I started with. So it just early this year I started learning Photoshop and also Affinity. So most of us don't know there is a lot of things you can do with Affinity. There's a lot of things you can do with Affinity. So while we wait for um the design the person want to send, let's try designing let's try designing a flyer for Oraimo brand. Let's try designing for Oraimo brand. So we'll check first of all when you want to design, there is a imagination in your mind, you get, but then you need to sometimes go and just search for ideas. So there is there is a place to copy when you are looking for ideas. I won't If you're starting, it's good to get inspiration, design what I was doing when I okay, let me just share this. I started designing because I didn't have a mentor then. So I will go to Pinterest, look for a design. I will try to do something exactly like that. That was how I grew. But as the more I grow, and I begin to change my approach. If I see something, I'll try to do something in another way so that what people will not notice that this is what I designed, this is where I see the design. So that is how to do it. So when you are looking for ideas, you combine here, grab, get one here, get one here, get one here, then combine them together. Then before you know, you have gotten a lot of things together. So we'll search for ideas. Let's go to Pinterest and begin to look for images. And secondly, um, I know most of us we have been hearing about AI. Some of us we are afraid to even learn graphics because of AI. you okay? I'm coming. AI is not here to make design or to take your job. It's how you use it. You get. So that is me. I don't like AI, but I still like AI. You might not understand. What I don't like is that you use AI to do everything. As a creative, you need to avoid that. Don't even try it. Yes, I will say that. Don't even try it. Don't even try it. What you do is that let AI help you. There are some images that you might not need to search on Pinterest. So far, you know how to write prompts. You get. So I write prompts, or I'll just take a picture. I'll tell my chat GPT what to do for me. So we'll implement that here. So let's look for a picture. Let's say a lady with Oraimo Amo airport. I did write airport. Okay, sorry. Oraimo, sorry. So we are still waiting for the this thing, the design. As soon as you drop it, let's see. Oraimo airport. Let's get the airport. Okay. So now I used to say, if you notice, have you ever seen Oraimo brand using red color? It is hard because what? Their brand does not relate with red color. They only use green and black. That's where branding comes in, and that's where pattern comes in. So, but let's leave that for now. So, there are ways to remove your background. So, I want to get the airport now that we are going to use. There are many ways to remove your background. There's a website called Photo Room. Yeah, it's an app also. You can use it with your phone. So, but I don't know if we should use that or we should just use our normal this thing. But for those that are using phone to design, let's try using it. So what you do is just search photo room to direct you. You have to link connect it with your this thing, um your Gmail. Then you'll be able to do what you want to do. So let's remove the background. So these are some background that I've removed. I normally use it to remove the background just fast. So what you do is just to copy. If you are using your system, just to copy and paste. But if it is your phone, you have to save the image first. So I'm doing it for the sake of people that are using smartphone to design. Yeah. So it once you paste it, it will remove the background automatically. So what you do is just to you download. So we have downloaded it. So the next thing here is um to look for a lady or somebody wearing the Oraimo airport, a lady. Or if I don't get what I want, I'll write a prompt and ChatGPT will create the image. So a lady wearing, sorry, I'm airport. If I don't get what I want, we'll have to write a prompt. Okay, okay. Um, let's see, let's see. If I can get the image I want, it's just to. So let's see. Um, okay, okay, okay. So okay, okay. Okay. There's a particular kind of flyer I'm looking for. I mean, the Oramo. Okay. I need a picture, something like this. I need a picture like this. I need a picture like this. So let's say you have not gotten a picture that I want, and let me tell you, this is where AI come in now. Some of us don't know. Now, I need something like this, but I'm not getting the image. But this image now, I love it. I love this particular image. What I'll do now is to copy. I'll just copy, come to my chat GBT. This is how I operate with AI. Some of us don't know. So you just paste it, paste the flyer here. You get so it flies in. So what I'll write is that remove. I'll be saying is remove every every write-up, every write-up, leave only the lady image and enhance the image quality to 8K detail. Remove the rim light. If you notice there's a rim light around her, that green around her. So I don't need it. Rim light. Let the image be on a white background. Let the image be on a white background. I hope this class is not boring, though. Okay, so let's wait for it. So this is how to use AI. For those of us that you are afraid of that AI will not take your job. This is how you position yourself. This is the best way to use AI, if you ask me. So there are a lot of things you can do with AI. Yes, so let's wait for it to load. The reason why I don't use Nano Banana, sometimes the quality used to be less. That GPT used to give me the quality I want, like so clean and professional. So let's see. Can you see the prompt I wrote? So this was the image. My prompt now, it didn't change anything because of the. So how you write the prompt? I used to see when I do AI video content. I do AI video content. When I was teaching some student about AI video content, there was one thing I said to them: AI is just there to hear what you are saying. It is the instruction you give it, it will be. So I'm attaching this thing because you are creative. You will need AI. Yes, for some certain reason you need it. Like now, instead of taking time to, I've seen the picture on my board. Someone has already used a flyer, but I still need the picture to create my own. This is your best way. You get. So that is that. So it's how you write the prompt. You let communicate the idea clearly. Let your instruction be clear. So what you do here is just to download. So to retain the quality of the image, I wouldn't want to use photo root to remove the background. You get. So now let's look for Oraimo flyer. Oraimo flyer. We are not trying to. We might. I don't know if the flyer is ready or we should just go on with what I'm already doing. My Oga.
Please, sir, you can go on. I didn't get any flyer yet from anyone, so you can go on, sir.
Okay. So that's good. So another thing. Okay, let's say you want to. For those of us that you want to work on a fictional brand, you get. Maybe you are just starting. You have not gotten client. This is where AI comes. AI can help you to give you some inspiration. You get. So now I want to design this flyer. I don't want to use a write up in Pinterest. So what I'll just say, okay, I want to design a flyer for for Ramo brand. Give me a write up, strong write up to use on music. Let's put on music so that it will not just be general. You get. So this thing I'm doing. Okay. Okay. So we have gotten what we want. So I want to design the flyer, but the right top, I don't have it in mind. So let's say you are still starting graphic design. I need to you need to generate portfolio. So you can either there are two ways to it. If you want to do it like something new that you don't want to copy. If you have got your idea, you can come to ChatGPT. See, okay, I want to design a flyer for a food brand. Give me a good hook write up to use because you cannot just design and put food there. There should be a write up. There should be address. There should be many stuff you get. So you can do that and automatically it will give you write up. So this helps you to create portfolio. You can present it as if you did for a let me say for a real client. You get there's a place for that when you are creating a portfolio. You get so that is that for that. So let's go to our Photoshop now. Um, let's go to our Photoshop. I I think somebody mic is on. Okay, so thank you very much for that. So when you come to Photoshop, I'm using 2026 version. So this is how it look like. So you come here, just create your size. Sometimes I normally used to just draw out the size by myself. You get so you can put it. I don't know if I is I don't know if let's just go to the practical. You can check how to set size so that we not waste too much time. So you create so sometimes if you create, it might not just give you the let me say it might not show you the I'm coming. That is what I'm trying to show you here. You might not see the artboard that maybe you want to change, you want to resize your artboard. You might not see. So you need to like recreate the artboard. You need to recreate the artboard. So what we do here is you tap of this move tool, you tap on this, just tap on it, you see artboard. So you can redraw. So I just draw it now. So it creates artboard one. So now I can resize it if I want to. So let's let's do it here. Quick one. We are just going to design a flyer, a good flyer for Ramo brand. Good. So now I wouldn't want to use a lot of background. I believe you can all see what I'm doing. So let's go and get the image. The next thing, now we have the ideas, we know what we are here for. So go when you want to remove background, this one is 2026 as I said, so it might be different with other ones. So this one is just to open the image, another layer, then pick your this thing, your lasso tool. There is lasso tool, then just cycle the object. It's as simple. There are many ways. So one thing you must know as a creative, there is no specific way around Photoshop. Yes, that is what I noticed. As the more I use Photoshop, the more I begin to understand something. There are many ways to achieve this. So far, it gives us the same. It gives you the result that you want. That is all. Your desired result matters, not how it was done. No client cares about the process. It's good to share your process, which build trust, but they will not value your process if the outcome is not speaking. You get so you might not really want to need to stick to one particular one. So we have removed the background already. So just to drag it to our other artboard. So just delete that one, don't save. So drag it here. So the image is already alone, no background, it's PNG now. So let's remove it. So um I want to get some color. So let's say now I don't have um so for those of us that don't know how to generate color, you don't know what color you work with, you don't know how to come up with color because it's very hard to come up with color. But we are working for Oraimo brand now. So there's a platform whereby you can take a flyer there. It will bring out the whole colors that are there. Because when you want to design a flyer, you might check the brand, what they do, the kind of color you want. But if you don't have the color in mind, you can take a particular flyer that is related to that brand. to bring out those kind of color, the color palette. You can also do it in Photoshop, but I feel like Photoshop is um, the long process is too much. So let's go to the platform adobe.color. So when you go to adobe.color, just you might have to use your this thing, your Gmail to connect. So once you are here, you come to image. Once you upload the image, it will give you. So let's pick a design now. So this particular one, this was the color that was used. This let's I think this color is more clear. So this is Oramo brand color. So let's copy the image. Okay, it does not support pasting. So let's download the image. Sorry, oh. But I believe practical is the best way to learn. So just stay with me. You see, automatically it brings out the whole color. Can you see? You can be navigating around if you are not satisfied. So you just there's a button where you download the color. So we have gotten our color. Let's go back to our design. Let's go back to our yeah. So what we do now here is to bring that particular color palette that we just downloaded here. You get so rasterize it so that it will not be distracting your design. So just keep it somewhere. You get so whatever thing you're doing now, you'll be picking these colors. You get so let's set our background now. To this, let's go. Let's put our background. Let's create a layer. So okay, so this is I think this is brush tool. Yeah, this is brush tool just to create some kind of background around. So let's see. I normally like it. So the design might not be direct because I'm not trying to design what I've done before. So you go to color overlay. Let me just be explaining the interface, what I'm doing. You go to color overlay. If you check here, there is something here around this downside. Just be looking at my cursor around this downside under your layer. You see FX. Type there, go to color overlay. Then in color overlay, you can change color. Come and pick the darker color. So, but this color is not as dark as I want. So I want it to be a little bit more darker. So let's use kind of more like a black yet. So the flyer might not look like it now until I kind of done. So let's hide it. Let's create a rectangle. So there are many ways to do this. I just want to, there are many ways to achieve a particular stuff. So you come to your field, go to color, come to your field, come to gradient. So I think this one will be much better. So you can choose your color like this. So I've gotten, this is what I wanted to do with brush tool, but like it will take me a longer time. So we've already gotten what we want. So let's continue. Let's continue. So I want to change the direction. I want the black to be up. So there's a wheel here that you'll be turning to where you want your black to be. You get so that's that. So we have gotten our background. So you lock the background. You can go first. Let's search for some, aesthetic pattern. So let's search for take pattern. I want to search for music vibration. Okay, sound vibration rather. Sound vibration pattern. Sound vibration pattern. Okay, you can see them here. You can see different aspect of them. So it depends on what you want. So I don't want to use something to that will distract our design. Okay, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Yeah, I love it. So let's copy it. You just copy and paste. Because of the color, this is not the color we are working on. Don't worry about that. Just come to your filter, come to color, camera raw filter. Then you can just come here. You come to this place where it says curve. Then choose the blue color. It's showing blue, and kind of purple, purple. You just drag it down. Then come to green. Are we together? Are you seeing what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So that's good. So if you notice, it has already changed to green that we want. So I've gotten it. So what you do is that you come to your under your layers. You see, no, choose normal. Come to screen. You come to screen. You see. So if screen doesn't work, let's try another one. Let's just be trying. Let's try overlay. Overlay will not work. So we are going with screen. We are going with screen. So now I'll brush the edge so that it's not be because it's not. I don't want it to fill the whole flyer. So you come to your erase tool. You get reduce the size. If you want to reduce the size, you just open bracket and close bracket. Open bracket is to reduce, close bracket is to add. So you brush the sizes, the sizes. So I didn't increase the opacity so that it will not distract what I'm trying to do. So now I want to turn it the other side because I don't. So this is how I've done it. So let's see if it doesn't work. We can see. Remember, we are not creating from a particular design. This is a fresh idea we are generating. You get so it is okay if we make mistake. So okay, command shift. I'm coming. Yes, Uh, okay. So okay, we have gotten that. Now let's go to the this thing. Okay, I've locked it. So it's time now to bring our image.
Sorry, sir.
Okay,
Just a moment, please. If we have questions, let's ask who. Let's not just be quiet. If you have questions, you can use the emojis to raise your hand, then you will be permitted to ask questions. Please, it's not just for him to do the talkings. You should be interactive and communicate. So let's raise our hand if you have questions, please. If you're not getting something he has done or is doing, please just call his attention, call our attention so it can be explained to you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
okay. So thank you very much. So thank you very much for that. So you can ask if I tap something you don't understand. Just raise your hand as the main redirect you to allow you to ask questions. So that's good. So we have we just brought our image now. You get we just brought our image. So I told you that I don't have something in mind and I don't want this slide to be too um to be too complicated. So we just have to do something simple. But there's something simple that can speak. You get. So let's say now we don't have logo. There's no logo. You get. Now it is Oraimo brand, but then which brand is selling the Oraimo? You get which brand? So maybe if you are using, you cannot just do just put something like that. You need to create. So let's just go to Affinity. Let's go to Affinity. This is the Affinity if you don't know it. So let's open the Affinity and just try to generate something. So let's design a logo sharp. Uh, you might be wondering how. It's simple. So the name of the brand, let's just give it a name. Let's say it is a brand now that is selling the gadget. So let's say Mexa Gadget. Mexa. That is MEX, then ZER. Mexa Gadget. So Mexa Gadget. Okay. So it's just a simple logo I want to create. Good. So it should be sharp line, not curve. Good. So Affinity helps you to do this a lot, create logos. So you may be wondering, this one is Mixer Gadget, but I'm generating the viewer. Don't worry, I have something in mind. So let's see how it goes. So first of all, you have to rasterize this too. This is Affinity. It's another platform for designers. So let's increase it. Let's rasterize it so that it will not be changing. So now, even if you release it, the shape still remain because it's already rasterized. So let's duplicate. It is okay to use just the M. So if what I'm trying to do doesn't work, we can just use the M alone. So let's see. For those of us that want to do I want to go into. So the idea, what was in my mind, I told you that when I'm done, I will try to communicate what was in my mind. So the reason why I use it is looking like W is because of the sound wave. I'm trying to communicate something here that you might not even notice. The sound wave. So I make sure that I want to make the M to give that kind of sound wave vibe. So it might slightly look like a W, but it's not W. The idea of this shape here, the other this thing here is to give that sound wave vibe. Okay. So so now because of the um the thing is not well balanced, so now we'll just try to recreate it here. We have already gotten the idea. Go like this, go like this. Let this one come down small. I don't like the way it is up. Let it come down. You get, then you just do it like this. So so we can now delete this. So rasterize this one. I know you'll be wondering, let's the weight is too much. So let's rasterize it. So I've rasterized it. I can just copy and come to Photoshop, paste. That's all. So you come to your FX, come to color overlay, come here, let the color. That is, you see what we talk about highlight bar. So contrast, you can see now. So let me rasterize the layer. Now we have gotten our color. I mean the logo for the brand. That is the brand that is selling the airport. So I've gotten the logo. Let's duplicate the logo. Let's put it on the Oraimo port here. So let's zoom in. So the color will not have to be this one. We need to change the color to something else. So I want it to be slightly like white, more like a silver color, not, yeah, something like this. So you come to your screen. I mean your layers. So we'll try to put it on screen. If it doesn't, I'll go to, okay, let's convert it to smart object. Convert to smart object. So once you convert to smart object, go to overlay. Then you can convert it back to rasterize it back. Can you see the difference now? It's looking like a normal logo on an airport, not too bright, but it's there. So let's just put it here on the thing that she's holding. Arrange it well. Then zoom out. Let's lock it. So we have the logo on your layer. The group your layers. Always remember, name your layers and group them. So We are done with that. Let's write the text. Mexa. That's the name of the brand. MEX here. So I just came up with the brand name. So now, like this font now, you cannot use it on this design because it's given food brand kind of text. So let's search for a good text. Automatically, this one works. These are fonts that work with thick. You get. So I don't need to go far. I've gotten it. If I go, I'll still see other one, but for now, I'm already satisfied with this particular one. You get. I'm satisfied with it. With the love you show me. So okay, let's make it more bolder. Yeah. So I just create my logo, and I'm falling in love with. I'm beginning to like the logo. It's giving, it's giving. So let's arrange it. Coming up with logo idea is not hard to get, so it's not something big. Just have to think like a creative. So sorry, this thing is long, but I believe this is what you want to learn. So I don't want us to put it. This is the secret behind arranging logo. When we put it like this, we have already communicated that when somebody see, we already know that okay, this is the M, but you will be wondering where the W come from. Okay, now we don't want it to look like that. Then it just came to my mind. Why not slightly bend it? You get something like this, something like this. Instead of just normal, normal casual setting. You get. So let's bend it like this because the idea of this is sound wave, then with the brand initial, which is letter M. You get, which is a letter M, which is a letter M. Um, five, uh, which is letter M. Okay, so we have gotten that. So now combine the letter and the this thing, group them and write logo. That is the brand logo, so that you know that if you want to correct anything, this is where you are coming to. So you can see now. Now we need to change. We need to slightly bend that one that we put on the airport. So let's bend it also. Let's slightly bend it. It's okay. So lock, go back. So that is that. I'm loving the flyer already. I'm loving the flyer already. So you can see how the color is coming alive. So let's create um a shape here. This shape has to be white depending on what you want. So, but as for me, as my household, it will be white. Okay, let's come to here. So I'm going to make it white and like this. So I told you that it's going to be a simple flyer, nothing big, nothing big, nothing big. So done. Now, because of the image and the logo that we put on the airport, let me bring them together and group them so that if I'm increasing the image, it won't affect, it will not leave the logo behind. You get. So that's the whole idea. So you can write image on the grouping that you did, you lock it, you lock it. Yeah, so the next thing here is okay. Now we have gotten the image, we have gotten everything, is to bring our write up. You get. So um let's bring our write ups now. Let's bring our write up. Sorry, let's do this first before we bring the write up. Let's increase it small here. Remember, we have an Oraimo airport to bring. So we'll bring that one, drop and drag, rasterize it to fit in. Get. So just drop it around here. You get, just drop it around here. Just drop it around here. Increase it well. Increase it well. So let's lock it. So under it, we are going to create a shadow. So create another layer. Use your brush tool. Just put a brush there. So then bring the layer under the new layer. Then go to color overlay. Change it to black. Change it to black. So the black is too much. Let's go to opacity. Let's reduce it. So we just reduce the opacity. Please, I know the lecture might look boring, but just stay with me. Just stay with me. I know how it feels, so don't worry. But I believe you will not go back the same. Okay, so we have done that. So we'll also group this one. Always remember to group. Always remember to group. We'll write Oramo. Okay, so let's create a shape, a slide shape here. I don't know what this shape want to do, but I'm just thinking of something. Let's see if it works. Let's duplicate it. Let's put them together. Then combine the two polygons together. Then just put it here. Let's write. So now we have gotten remember the first the font that we use. So everything that we are using now, it has to be that font. Then we can combine any other one. So let's just write 30% off. 30% under it, then write off. 30% off. So of the logo, sorry, make that what font this is. Okay. Adobe Clean UX. What font is this? Adobe Clean UX. Okay. So we are good to go. Then you bring it here. So change the color of the font to black. Change the color of the font to black. To black. So let's increase it. It's too okay. That is the boldest one. So it's too far from each other. Let's bring it together. Let's bring it together. Let's set it. Okay, that's good. So let's so that you see what I'm doing. Um, just put it around here. 30% off. That's cool. That's cool. So remember, you group it also. You just write off. Always remember to group. There is a reason why. You will not understand now until you start looking for your logo. Your eye goes stress. So for the sake of your own God, save yourself the stress. So we have done that. It's time to go and I don't know if we should apply. Okay, let's apply a shadow first. That's something I'm looking for. Let's come under the image, put another layer. Okay, so this one should come under the image. Then let's go to color overlay. This is the color we are using. This highlight sharp green. So that's what we didn't talk about. I think I didn't mention shadow when you are designing. when you are designing flyer, understand the direction of your light or understand the direction of your shadow, where the light is coming from. Understand it. If not, you will just be designing. There will not be particular highlight. So this one is too bright. We'll just reduce it. Come on. Okay, I still want it to be bright, but then let's change it to something else. Don't worry. Let's position it well. So let's reduce it small. And if it doesn't work, there are other ways to navigate around it. So I think this is perfect. It's perfect. It should not be too bright. It should not be too bright. Remember. So okay. So we'll go to ChatGPT and copy that our text that it gives us. So there's a written word here, a hook here. Fill every bit. Turn up the moment. Should we? I think music is defined. Turn up the moment. Your sound, your word. Okay. I think I like this caption. Turn unleash the power of sound. No. Sound that moves you. No. Turn up the moment. I think is good. Turn up the moment. Let's go with that. So you copy. Come to your system. Um, paste it. Turn up the moment. Turn up the moment. So I was saying something about highlight in terms of maybe you are trying to communicate something that is more important. So this please turn up the moment. So that moment we are going to put it on another color. Turn up the moment. So you highlight only the moment. Come to color. Choose this color. Are we together? So let's clean this dot here. So I want this entire stuff to be I want it to be on small this thing. No, okay. We need to rewrite it in a small letter. Turn up, turn up the 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 moment. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, so we'll go with it. So just as I said, there is no particular. We did start with an idea. We are just trying to navigate around the whole stuff. I want the first letters to be capital. Turn up the moment. So that's the write off. Turn up the moment. So um let's direct it like this. Turn up the moment. Something like this. So remember your design. So let's answer our admin. I love a group that is communicating. I let's be giving some. If you like what is going on here, be giving some thumbnails so that I'll feel motivated. Uh, but if you don't feel motivated, you have to feel it by force. So yeah. So let there be. Now we are talking about alignment. Alignment. So this thing here, that is what we call alignment. There is, if you know that it's giving some cardinal line to show you that this thing that you are doing, let it be balanced. You get. So make sure that you are working with your alignment. So I don't like the fact that text is too close to the up one. Let's reduce it to come down. Yeah, so this one is okay. Um, and what again? I want us to slightly bend this one. Let it be Italy. Italy just means to slightly bend a particular part. So let's go to this place. Uh, we have bent this one. You get so let's this one and this one. Let's reduce the size. We're not reducing that the size, but let's change it to regular instead of bold. Then this one is bold a little bit. We are trying to communicate an idea here. So let's increase the size of the moment. Um, let's put 70. Let's put it at 150. I think it's too big. Okay. Let's go back to the initial one. Just Command Z. Those that know Photoshop, you know that your life is nothing without Command Z. If not, you will see what you don't like.
I feel you, sir. I feel you, sir. That statement is correct.
Without Command Z, you are gone. So you just have to like it. So you lock it. So let's go and copy the write up under the turn up. Let's say you say from your favorite playlist to every important call. Enjoy powerful sound, rich bows, and seamless wireless freedom with Oraimo. Come on, what are you telling me? Even my next slide, I'll still want to be a graphic designer. I'm telling you, I'm not joking. Like the whole allow you to do what you want to do. So this might not be the old text we work with. I just want to bring out everything. Then we'll change everything. We'll change a lot of things. Okay. So let's take everything out of the write up. So this one doesn't have to be bold enough because the main thing here is feel the moment. That is highlight. That is hierarchy. So that's what we are trying to communicate here. Feel the moment. So that one has to be bolder. It has to be bolder. Then this one calculated. So I think we need to reduce this our image kind of so that it will not take our. Let's bring it down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, we just brought it down. Not okay. So I just want this thing to go in small. Get so now we need to shift the logo on top too so that it aligns with the arrangement. Doesn't necessarily have to be big, but let it just be visible. Get so yeah, I think we are moving. God is helping us. So God is helping us. Okay, so for the write up, I want us to change the font. Yeah, I told you that you can work with different kind of fonts. So I would have just put a particular name of the font, but I think let's just be searching. Instead of searching to Northwestern, let's go for Inter. I know some of you like poppies. I'm not a fan of poppies like that unless there is a demand. I have other many fonts that I love. Depending, it's not about what you love, it's about what works. So yeah. So if you notice, we have not changed the color of the text, but it's already given because I don't actually want the color to be white, neither to be all these light stuff. You get so you also have the freedom to slightly change some stuff. So I want it to be kind of more like a how will I put it? The only color. Well, I don't know the color, but it's given. So let's group our text. You can write up, can put write up. Sorry. I love grouping my stuff. Yeah. Don't worry, you will not understand why you must group your things. You don't understand until you start looking for venue. Then you will now know that you need it. So everything I'm doing here is just to set the alignment. Okay, so we are going. We're actually moving. So I want us to create something very simple here. Okay, let's do a rim light around the image. Let's enhance the image small. Let's retouch the image. Come to your filter, color, camera raw filter. Sorry. So I want us to retouch this image. So let it pop. Increase your highlight. There is also a part. Design is a lot. I know. Maybe you guys have touched highlights in video editing and also stuff like that. So also in design, it's same rule that applies to all. So don't think you will run away from any rule here. If you are good in design, it will show in your video editing. So let's retouch this. Remember, I don't have anything in mind. Everything we are doing here is just automatic as the idea comes. So work with it. So I want the image to kind of show that greenish. Can you hear me? Are we together? Okay. So let's see how it's looking. Great, great. I believe you people can hear me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where are you shooting?
Okay, okay. So I love this outcome. I love it. So let's add some contrast to it. Let's add some contrast to it. Some black, some black to it. Let's bring out the shadow and the highlight. Great. The fly is popping. So the next thing here, I want us to put glow, that rim light that we remove from the using ChatGPT. We're going to bring out the rim light. So there are many ways to do it. You can do direct rim light or you use your pencil to create that one. So let's do inner glow. You see, it automatically bring out the inner glow. So, so what we do here is to reduce the size. Once we have chosen the color, is to reduce the size. So reduce it, you reduce the range, reduce the range, reduce the opacity also. So the reason why I did this is because I noticed there are some. Okay, I think this is good. This is good. I don't want it to be much. I just want something simple. So um okay. I think this is good. So we can still add. I want us to see. Let's do some layering. We'll add some rim lights. Let's see if so. Let's increase it. I want us to add it at the back here. And so let's see if it is work. It will work. Let's do it first. Then we'll come and increase the. There are many ways to do this. There are many ways to do this. So I can use pen tool instead of brush tool to still achieve the same thing. So it depends on what works for you. You have to be careful because it's the ages you are targeting. If this doesn't work or give me what I want, we'll go with the pen tool. So now I've gotten this. You got your color filter. Yeah. So the color is already there. So let's come to now. It will not give you if you go to screen. It will not give you. So you need to convert it to smart object. Then you come to screen. You come to linear color. You get linear bond. Well, let's try soft. This thing. I love soft. Let's let's let's. Okay, I think this one. This one also works, but uh, let's use linear bond. There are other ways to do it, just as I said. So you can see that it's giving this glowing part. So let's duplicate. Let's just Control J and so Control J just to. If it's too much, it will reflect. So after you Control J, let that other one carry another kind of. You can just use normal, then reduce the opacity. Okay, let's say you don't want to reduce the opacity, you want to use it. I told you that there are many ways to achieve everything you want. So come to blur. You can come to Gaussian blur. You come to Gaussian blur. So just want it to be. So we are going to reduce it. It's not going to be like this. Yet. So I'm just trying to show you something. It doesn't have to be like this. So because it's not rasterized, that's why it's shifting, moving around. So that is the Gaussian blur. So let's rasterize it. Let's arrange it to match the okay. So this is good. So we are going to erase some part because it's not everything I told you. It's everything. So that it's not be obvious that this is what you you use to achieve what you did. So you just use your brush tool to clean up some parts you get. So there are many ways to achieve whatever you want to design in Photoshop. Many ways. When I mean many ways. So your own Photoshop might not support this thing. Oh, sorry, oh, so that you know say. But I saw him doing it. Your own Photoshop might not support internet being on and still designing. My own is 2026 version, so that's why. So let's get some green light. There is a lot. It depends if a good designer. So green light effect. So I love this. Let's come to your normal. Come turn it to screen. You get this is where the creativity comes in. So we are going to put this in, make it look as if it's in her, like she's in the middle of that stuff. You get like she's in the cycle, but then we cannot achieve it like this. First of all, let's map out the edges. Hope I'm not taking time, I mean. Hope I'm not wasting time here. Okay, so let's clean the inner part here. Let's clean these places. Let's clean these places. Oh my god, this is crazy. I love it. I want us to reduce something. That background image, the background image. Okay, okay. Let's reduce the opacity of the background. Those wavy lines that we put at that time. Let's reduce it and also increase. Also increase. Okay, so I think I'll be rounding off. I'll be rounding off soon. Let me just round off. Let me just round off. Okay. Okay. So we have done this. Let me round up. Let me round up. Let me round up. Let me round up. So that it will not take much time. So design is a lot. Design is a lot. So I want to put this in how this thing. So you can see you you can copy to the other side of it. What you do is sorry, comment. You cut to transform, leave vertical. So this basically are just things that grab attention, but it might not be necessary to you if you want to design. You get so, but I wouldn't want my flyer to just look casual. You get so. I think I'll just stop here. Then the other write up. So these places can just be these other places can just be for um if you don't want to put them, it can just be for this white space. You can write your the name of your platform, the name of your other stuff you get. So that is that. I think I will stop here. Admin, what do you think? Sorry, I'm calling my admins, my booze. So don't
Thank
mind
you
me.
very much, Chief. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was a very awesome session, sir. Thank you. I wish we can keep going, if not for the sake of time. I really wish we can just keep going. But we are going to do this again, sir. We'll find it a great time where our capacity can carry you, sir. Then we'll bring you again, sir. Thank you very much. Please, just so we don't end that way, I want to give 5-10 minutes for question. Please, if you have any question, this is the best time to just quickly ask any question you have.
Yeah,
Quickly.
yeah.
Any question, guys? Any questions for Mr. Divine? Mm, Busayo Paul, are you saying there's a question?
Yes, sir. There is.
Please go ahead with the question.
Okay, my question is, sorry, but I really don't know the app, or would I say website? Um, is it Microsoft Word or that you are doing this flyer of it in?
Okay, the software. Okay, the name of this one is Photoshop. This one is Photoshop. So it's a more professional software for designs. There are a couple. Mr. Divine mentioned a couple of them, and I someone dropped them on the group also. We have Photoshop, we have Adobe Illustrator, we have Affinity. Then for phone, we have Canva and a couple others like that. But Canva being the most prominent one that everyone knows. Though one day we are going to go help us, we're going to bring him. He's going to really teach us about the software. I thought he would maybe would help us go down, but he's going to teach us about the software and would know how to really use the software. So today he did a good, very fantastic one on branding and design generally. Taking even myself, I'd learned a thing or two. Taking my eyes to something. If there's something he mentioned today that I'm very quick at utilizing things I learn. I'm going to go and start using it now. Once he gave us a particular site, a cheat code, and I've not used it ever before in the many years of designing. So I would go and start using it myself now. So that was a very wonderful one. Thank you, sir. Any other question? Any other question? Mr. Monday and every other person is on the call. Any question? Okay, maybe we just take that as no question anymore. But whatever questions you have along the line, you can please drop on the group. You can drop them on the group. They will be attended to explicitly. So you can drop them on the group. Thank you very much. So I don't know if Mr. Divine would help us finish the flyer and drop it on and send to us so we can just see what the final output looks like. But thank you very much, sir. We really do appreciate
No problem,
your
sir.
time with us, sir. God bless you, sir. God bless you. God bless you. So if
Thank
you
you.
want to help us finish up on the flyer and just let's send to the group so that people can see and
Okay,
learn
no,
from also. All right.
no
Thank you very
problem,
much, sir. We appreciate. We appreciate. God bless you,
no
sir.
problem, sir.
So thank you, everyone. Just not to take our time further, we'll round up now. Then we'll have this